$6,759. Hello,
Oh,
everybody.
nine.
Welcome to the Front Row Ruckus podcast.
Play
My
chess,
name-
not checkers, my friends.
Play chess, not checkers. And of course, you hear that is the good pal Leon. Leon,
Hello.
how are you doing there?
Wonderful.
up-
I just found the best chips in the world.
Oh yeah, what are they?
These are brand new. I've never tried them before, but they're
They're
good.
called Lies.
Layers.
Layers.
Three
Three
cheese.
cheeses.
Bro, they're good.
So it's like
They all look the same. I mean, they all look like
cheese.
this.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so they look like just rolled up, and that's what makes the 3 layers,
I guess. I don't care.
right? I don't know what it's considered making 3 layers out of that.
Well, you know what they say. Better out than in, right?
Yeah, it's true. And better out the attic than in the basement. It's usually it's what we like to go with.
I have neither.
Well, welcome to another episode. What is this, season 2 episode, 7? I do believe.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, man. We're getting close to another movie night, which we'll have to figure out how we're going to do that one. Because we do this show for entertainment purposes only, not for educational purposes. So if you come to us for educational purposes, you're going to be mistaken. You're going to have a bad time.
You're going to have a real bad time.
How's your week been?
Great. I worked today.
No.
Got work for half a day tomorrow, and then me and my girlfriend are off to a concert tomorrow night.
Apocalyptica, right?
Apocalyptica, yeah.
Nice.
Super pumped. Gonna do that. Got B&B. We're going to a bookstore. Going to get some food. Going to Micro Center. Oh yeah, the whole 9 yards.
Going to a bookstore, bro. Okay. Look, you gotta look for a book for me.
All right, what you got?
Okay. First of all, any Goosebumps book. They're not for me. That's gonna be for Derek. That's his thing. He wants to collect Goosebump books. He wants to buy the ones that he had from back in the day. Which like sparked a core memory in me, and I wish that the computer screen lit up when I said core memory, so it would look like it was something cool. He sparked a memory because he was like, man, I want to get the Goosebumps books. And we started talking about, the Scholastics book fair and what it was like whenever you had like the money to go in and you just get a few things. And one of the things was like Goosebumps. For him, it was like a Goosebumps book, a car poster. And I was like, pencil toppers. He's like, yeah, kick-ass pencil toppers. It's like, that's what we wanted to get. And I was like, well, when I went in for those Scholastic book fairs, I would like to get a Goosebumps if I could. But most of the time I would get either Garfield or a Far Side comic collection thing, right? Because that's what I like. Because I could read it. My parents could read it. We all had a good time. But I remembered going to a Walgreens and getting
Walgreens.
Yes, and getting my mom to buy me a Goosebumps book that came with like glow in the dark Goosebumps like boxers. That was like a package thing. It was so cool. It was so cool.
Beautiful. Okay.
Let's see here. If they have it. Let's see here.
For me, it was always Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants? Never did Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants.
So bright.
Yeah, man, that was it. That was it for me.
Just
That was
Captain
my jam.
Underpants. I never
Uh,
was into those. I was too high class. I was like, no,
oh,
no,
sorry.
give me my Garfield and all that rigmarole.
That's fine. I understand. Think you're
um,
better than me.
fuck your life, bing bong.
Fuck your
Um,
life, ping pong.
I want.
Pug. Pig the pug.
I don't know that one.
Actually, I just saw that the other day.
Oh,
The very hungry caterpillar.
okay, I remember that. I remember that. Like
Yeah.
red fish, two fish, blue fish, fuck off fish. Yeah, I remember those.
Bing bong fish.
Right here, man. You can find me that book. I would go to a bookstore because I want to get my Redwall books back. I don't know what happened to them. I used to
Mm,
have a whole bunch of them in hardback that I got for Christmas, and I don't know what's happened to them. Either they got mixed up in the move or something. I do not know.
they're
Um,
somewhere, man.
yeah, no, they're not with me. I know that for a fact. They're not with me, and I know they used to be with um John or Mojo, whichever way you want to remember him.
Oh yeah, Mojo.
They used to be with him, and then I got them from him, and then I moved, and then I don't know what's happened to
Mm.
him. Got no clue.
Because you
Um,
were living with Mojo for a bit, weren't you?
yeah, yeah, for years, yeah, for years,
Yeah, I stayed at your guys' place one
yeah.
night.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Uh, so it was one of them Onicons.
Yep, one of them Oni cans.
One of them Onicons. One of them
One of them
otaku
Nihongo.
conventions.
Yeah,
One
one
of
of them
them
otaku.
otaku conventions.
um, yeah, no, I don't know where they went. But the thing about it is that I do not have. I used to have a local bookstore over here in Denison,
Mm.
next to me. Actually, was it yeah, downtown Denison used to have one. Um, I think before the pandemic, they were already starting to wind down, and then now they're just gone. So I no longer have a local bookstore anywhere near me.
Oh, shame, dude.
So I cannot find. You know, I could go online and get one, like a brand new one or something like that, probably from Amazon. But it's just, I don't know. There's something about a used books coming from a used bookstore, which I don't, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
No, I know. Absolutely.
it's something different. So, uh, which, anyway, and that's the first one. And I suggest what you could do is you could be all like, yeah, Tim, I got it, but I'm going to read it first and then we will talk about it.
I'm not even gonna tell you that I'm sending it to you.
It's just, uh, yeah, I can't do Scooby Doo's laugh. But yeah.
Works best when you yell it into a tunnel.
And you're following some unsuspecting people.
Oh man. Well, I will keep an eye out for sure. I won't tell you if I
Yeah,
find it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you do, you don't. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. I just threw that out there just to see um what would happen.
Mm.
But, other than that, man, I got freaking pissed um last night. So last night I was like, I'm gonna cook some dinner. I was like, I'm gonna make some cheeseburger mac or chili mac, some chili mac, yeah, chili mac.
Mm.
Um, so I went to the store. I was like, okay, here's my hamburger meat I'm gonna get. Here's my beans I'm gonna get. And I understand right there at that point in time, people say that's not chili. Chili doesn't have beans in it. It's only meat and sauce. Whatever. I like
Beans.
having beans in it. Um, get back to the house. I start boiling the water for the noodles, bro. I'm getting things getting set up. I go to cut open the meat, and I'm like, I got the tube, like the 1 pound tubes. So
Oh
like
yeah.
2 pounds of that. I
Yeah.
cut into it. I'm like, I don't look right. I look at the date. It was out by 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I was mad, dude, because that was like $9 a piece. And I was mad. Couldn't do anything about it. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm still gonna cook this food anyway. So, got the pinto beans in there and some chili beans, fire roasted tomatoes, jalapenos. dude, salt, peppers, this different kind of see I'm just going to town, right?
That's what's up.
Pretty
That's
freaking good, bro. Pretty freaking good without the meat. But I was so mad. So mad, dude. So mad. Cause I was just like, how do you not have somebody go through and not check your meat? There's not a better way of saying that. How do you not check your meat? How do you just let it out there? And I'm like, how many other people bought this and took it home and didn't check it? Because meat to me, I don't. Some people say, well, you should have looked at the expiration date. I've never had to look at an expiration date
Oh, I
before.
do. I do.
Well, it's like it should be known that like meat, fucking get rid of it. Don't leave it sitting 3
Should
days.
be. But it's like fast food, you know? Gotta check it. I got burnt. Oh my god. Oh my god. Or oh my god. I just want to punch somebody right now.
And because fast food is not a hard industry to work in. It really isn't. For you to keep how many times did your order get messed up? Like 2 times that night? 3 times?
More than enough.
Once is enough.
Yeah.
So I got you. I feel you.
I didn't want to talk about it. I ordered something. I didn't check because I was on the phone, like talking on the phone, and I was like 10 minutes away on the highway. And then I looked, and I turned around, told them, "Hey, you fucked my shit up." I was like, I ordered the combo number 6 and some onion rings, not with onion rings. I said, and, you know,
I love
I see
hearing
you
it.
laughing.
I love hearing the story, man. Because to me, it just
the lady tells the guy working, she's like, "Hey, I'm just saying number 6 because I don't remember exactly, but
yeah.
she's like, "Hey, number 6 with onion rings," and I go, "No, a number 6 plus an order of onion rings." She was like, "Okay, a number 6 plus an order of onion rings." I'm like, Jesus, like
And you're
I didn't
like,
even
and
think
you're
about
like,
it. I didn't think about it, you know.
you should have said, I want a number 6 and some onion rings. Cut the attitude and make my food.
I didn't think about it. I was like, well, okay, that should be fine. You know, they got
Right.
the instructions correctly. I had to correct you. No, they still didn't. They gave me my
Yep.
combo with onion rings. So I lost out on like $4.
Yep. I'd be pissed about $4.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed about it. $1. But
I was just
what can you
pain.
do? Yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, I was pain.
You know, you don't want to say
Burned
too
down the
much.
establishment.
Yeah. Burn this mother down.
About to get a
my.
Denny's beat down. Burger King beat down. It wasn't at Burger King.
We usually say a church is 2 piece and a biscuit is usually what it comes down to, which is an actual thing. Saying I'm about to throw a 2 piece and a biscuit. Have you never looked it up?
I was gonna say, is that slang for beating somebody up?
Yeah, it is. It is. So if you ever see it happen and someone's just like, oh, 2 piece and a biscuit, that's usually what happens. But yeah. There you go. Now we're entertainment podcast, not entertainment, a learning podcast. Everyone learned what a 2 piece and a biscuit is.
2 piece with biscuit.
2 piece and a biscuit. Yeah. Did you look it up?
No. Because I don't even want to talk about fast food anymore right now.
Oh yeah.
So furious.
I shouldn't.
I stopped
because
going there. I stopped going there.
Like I'm really full from what I ate tonight. So, I'm with you. So we don't have to talk about it. Let's talk about a few things, man. We got a couple things to talk about. That we're looking forward to.
Yes.
Some news and stuff like that you found out and things like that. So, I usually do this. I haven't done it in a while, ladies and gentlemen. We usually have a full schedule of things that we're doing in life. It only seems fitting that because I don't do as much as Leon, that I pawn off finding entertainment news to Leon to make him do more things. So Leon has some of these things that we found interesting that we wanted to talk about. So, what did you find, Mister Leon?
All right. One of my favorite series. I don't know if you can agree with me or not, Tim. Even if you don't
Okay,
agree with me, that's fine.
okay,
Cloverfield.
love it.
Oh wow,
Loved
that's a
all of them.
surprise. That's a
Loved Cloverfield, 10
surprise.
Cloverfield Lane, and Cloverfield Paradox. Loved all of them. Loved all
They're
three of
good.
them.
They're great. They're great. So a new Cloverfield film at
Mm,
Paramount sets Babak Anvari as director. Um, so basically, there's a new Cloverfield movie coming out. It's kind of been known that a new one was, brewing.
yeah.
Plot, is being held under wraps. Whether or not it will link in with the other ones, which the other three movies really didn't
I mean, I
link at
guess you can kind of
all.
say that 10 Cloverfield Lane kind of linked to the first one, whereas it was monsters or alien monsters as well, but loosely, right? Because she was in Texas, I think, in 10 Cloverfield Lane, and the other one took place in New York. Because I believe they said like in
Yeah,
10, I think they said in 10 Cloverfield Lane that she was like outside of Dallas or something like that. Um, I'll look it up here while you go on. Cloverfield
yeah.
Paradox, though, I don't think had anything to do with any of them.
Yeah. It's almost like a science fiction horror survival type movie.
Yeah,
Which was pretty crazy.
it
I
was
liked
cool.
it.
Yeah, getting
Yeah, it was
stuck
like
in the
alternate.
walls and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they did the multiverse before the multiverse plague started happening. Like
Okay.
you got like Marvel doing it now. I think DC is kind of dabbling in it now too, like the whole multiverse thing, as far as like live film stuff.
Okay. So she heads for Houston in 10 Cloverfield Lane. I'm sorry. She heads toward
Houston.
Houston, which is
Oh,
where I was
cause
where I
she,
came from. She was coming from Baton
yeah,
Rouge, Louisiana. So she was
yeah, I
going
do
from
remember
Louisiana
that.
to Houston. So that's where I, lived for a long time. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, 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 you're good. So the first Cloverfield movie, I could see why people wouldn't like it.
It made me
I can
sick.
also, I can also see why they're wrong. um,
It
it's
made me sick seeing it for the first time.
like handy, like a hand cam,
Hand cam. Yeah, found footage.
found footage. Yes. Uh, I thought it was brilliant. Give me that every day.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it made me
Basically
sick.
like a Godzilla type
Yep.
giant monster destroying the city. Do they say what caused it to wake up?
Nope. It just happened.
What just happened?
It
Man,
just happened
dude,
one day.
there was so much like weird promotion stuff that wasn't even promotion stuff for this movie.
Well, I remember when it was starting to come out, and it was after, of course it was after 9/11, right? And one of the articles, the thing saying was like, is a monster tearing down New York too soon? And I was like, fuck no. Like, bring it
It's a
on. Like,
monster movie. It's not
yeah, bring it on. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to think what else this guy has done though. I did not
So,
see any of the um uh promotional stuff for it. Like I said, I just read like that article um
oh dude, yeah.
years and years
So
and years ago.
he's a British Iranian or Iranian,
Mhm.
British Iranian filmmaker. Directed horror films such as Under the Shadow and Wounds.
Under the Shadow and
Wounds.
Wounds. Army Hammer and
Also,
Zazie Beats. Oh, I like Zazie Beats.
Two and Two and I Came By.
2 and 2 and I Came By.
I've never seen any of his stuff.
I've
So,
never I've never seen it either. Um wow, okay.
but hey, I mean, new Cloverfield stuff. Man, so some of the marketing, like viral marketing, was crazy. Like there was stuff that I thought was because I wasn't even like on Reddit at the time. I wasn't even on there yet. Because this is what 2000. When did this come out? 2009, 2008.
Shoot. Yeah.
That was like the early. I don't want to say early days of the internet, but still, the internet was still pretty young at the time.
Yeah.
Um, like flash games and stuff. You know, now it's not a thing. But anyway, like it was crazy. It was like Slusho. Do you remember Slusho?
Slusho.
Slusho. Uh
What is even that?
Slusho.
Was it like viral marketing? Like, did you ever see the viral marketing for it was a movie called Devil's Due? It was
No.
like they were in New York and they had like a stroller and it like had like a demon baby in it that would like pop up and scream at people. And it was and that was their thing. It was like pranks to people who were like, "Oh, this baby," and then the baby was just like, and and all demonified and stuff. For that movie, which was fucking horrible. Uh, but I mean, it built up stuff.
Hmm.
Slushos.
Slusho. It was so the main guy in the movie, he works for this company. But there was like alternate reality games, like flash games that came out like before the movie came out.
Okay,
And like
I'm
I guess
seeing it.
one of the ingredients was seabed's nectar.
Okay,
Um it's described as having euphoric effects on those that consume it. So there's like a whole bunch of lore written on this drink that the guy main character works for in the company. It's so weird. But it's not even said once in the whole movie,
yeah,
you know.
it says the Slushos origin goes back to the second episode of J.J. Abrams' television series Alias, and previous before that in the episode of the 1990s sitcom Keenan and Kel. So like, wow, okay.
It's just so weird.
There's a whole bunch of lore about it, different flavors,
Too much lore about
banana
something like this.
anime. Nice.
Banana anime?
Banana anime was one of its
Oh yeah, it is,
that
huh?
weird. Weird. That's a lot of
Yeah,
work to go into something
like
like
the
that.
ingredients list.
Yeah.
It's like special ingredients were revealed by a research center on November 21st, 2007.
That's so
Like,
weird, dude.
so,
That's
um,
so weird.
so weird.
What do
Uh,
you think is your one of your like favorite viral marketing campaigns?
oh, absolutely, Cloverfield.
Was Cloverfield?
Cloverfield, and
Wh-
maybe,
Hang on, I'm sorry. Let me
uh,
rephrase that. Your favorite that you think also did the best at at getting that marketing out there, that promotional stuff that worked the best,
mm,
you think? What's your
I want to
favorite? What's your
say
favorite and then what's one that you think worked the best? Let's do it like that.
Cloverfield did a really good job because there was so many different things on it.
Mhm.
I want to say Metal Gear Solid 5.
Really?
There was just a lot of speculation on everything. Like people were uh what's the word? Dissecting like the trailers like frame by frame,
Yeah.
like down to the wall outlets and figuring out that they were European style so that there was no way that the main character was in America at the time.
Yeah.
Just crazy, and for the most part were correct.
Mhm.
Um
I wouldn't really call that viral marketing though. I would call that just marketing cuz kind of like cuz if you look at it like for me one of my favorite marketings was what Halo was it? Was it Halo Reach or Halo 3 or something like that, where it was the miniature figurines doing like the action shots going through, but it was all set up with like little action figures and stuff. It was
Hmm.
beautifully made. Um, there's that one. Um, uh, I don't know. Maybe you're right too. I could see that.
Frontier Airlines had a D's nuts marketing. D's
Well,
fares are nuts.
I think, I think Blair Witch Project, the first one, probably was like the most successful, right? Because it led up to like being like missing
Mm.
persons report. The whole thing was surrounded by these people were missing, they're gone, and it just drove everything up even more for people to be like, "Well, I got to watch this movie. I got to see this movie." And I think that one works. My favorite one that's going on, it's actually going on right now. There's a movie coming out called Smile. It's a horror movie called Smile that's coming out where it's like I want to say kind of like It Follows, but like everyone just has a big old smile on all the time, just real creepy looking. And so they're starting to insert them actors into places. Okay. So you know the Today Show.
Okay.
Okay. So you have a person that's in the background that's just creepily smiling the whole time. I don't know if you can see it or see it right. Into actual soccer matches, they're putting people there creepily smiling at cameras.
That is
To
so
baseball
crazy.
games, just people standing there
Oh my
smiling.
god, dude, that is so good.
People just smiling. Like that's what they're doing now, and it's like that is awesome. That's one of my favorite things that's happening right now
That's really
for
good.
this movie that comes out in end of this month. So yeah, it's probably one of my favorite ones that's going on right now. Because I don't think a lot of people do that kind of stuff anymore. Not a lot of companies really do that kind of stuff anymore. Now they just throw out a trailer and Bob's your uncle, you know? When really.
Wow, I haven't heard that for a while.
No, I like that kind of stuff because it's like if you're a horror fan and like me and you're waiting for Smile to come out and you were watching fucking Good Morning America or whatever, and you're just like, why is that person just standing there smiling? Like that's fucking creepy, dude. You'd start putting it together and be like, oh my God. Like it'd be so good. It'd be like if we were to do a review on It Follows whenever it came out and like say that we were talking and we're just like walking in the street, we're just like, talking to each other about the movie, but in the background you
Good
just see
minging, mate.
something, yeah, just something slowly walking towards you the whole time, like it'd be the same, it'd be that same kind of thing. So sorry, I didn't mean to hijack you on that one. I just wanted
No,
to
no,
think. What
no,
did you wanted to
please.
think about what did you thought about different viral marketings?
I love it. No,
Not
that
all
was
of them
good.
work, but
No.
it is what it is.
Yeah. There is stuff as recent as March 30th, 2022, talking about Slusho. Somebody selling their hat
Nice.
for $100.
Wow, get it.
Hmm.
You got money to burn. Come on.
They're in their viral marketing campaign. Huh. Yeah, but I'm not really a Slusho like I
The
nothing.
next show we see you, you're gonna be in like a Slusho shirt and hat, and like drinking from a Slusho cup. You're like, what the hell?
Hell yeah.
Favorite scene from Cloverfield?
Favorite scene from Cloverfield. When their bodies blow up. That's a pretty good one.
That's
When
my
you
number
see it.
one. When they take her behind the screen and she just like,
Yeah,
boom.
that's really good. A really cool thing was like at the very end when they die. I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie,
been
everybody
out,
dies.
been out for like how many years?
The is it the military bombs? Military basically nukes New York
Nukes New
City.
York, yeah.
Um, but they find this video footage, and it shows footage of like a couple days prior,
Mm-hmm.
and like the main protagonists, they're on a Ferris wheel, and you see the monster, like supposedly it's a monster, fall out of the sky.
Yeah, and
Have you
into the
seen this?
water. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Maybe not
Oh,
days. Maybe it was a long time ago.
trust me, dude. When I watch found footage movies or stuff like that, my eyes don't just stay in the center. I'm looking like all around because you never know how much shit they put in those movies. Like you have no
Oh yeah.
idea.
It's
Of course,
like,
that
yeah,
was.
so it was like, man, that's it's I gotta rewatch this again.
Oh, I do too. Oh yeah. Now we're talking about it.
Because they're like evacuating. Like I'm watching the very end scene right now. Like they're in a helicopter. The monster comes, and you don't see the monster at all towards like until the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he comes out of the tunnel and it's like staring like
Yep.
right at him. Yeah. Yep.
And then basically you hear sirens. Military tries to pull him out. Huh? Yeah. Then they all die.
And then everybody dies. Duh in.
Uh, the end.
Duh in.
But great movie, man. Really, really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
10 Cloverfield Lane was really good too.
Yep. John Goodman was amazing
It
in that
was
movie.
an amazing thriller, would you call it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Um
Amazing thriller.
that stars, like you said, John
It was
Goodman.
John Goodman, the girl that was the girlfriend in Scott Pilgrim. Um
Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
yes, and then the guy who would go on to play Speedball in New Mutants.
John Gallagher,
I guess so, yeah.
maybe. Bradley Cooper, Suzanne Cryer. Yeah. Uh Dan Trachtenberg was the director for that one. Um he is a pretty dang good. He's the one who directed Prey, the newest Predator movie.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes.
And us here
Um
at Front Row Ruckus love Prey.
oh yes, we do. He also has a TV show apparently called the Totally Rad Show.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a really good director. I like him.
Nice. Not as good as the new show I'm watching called Best in Dough, but
I thought you were
we'll
gonna talk about. I thought you were gonna say Survivor.
season 43.
She's not even been out for 43 years.
It's been out for 21, 22 years. They shoot seasons back to back. So, yeah.
Not about it. I don't know. I haven't really watched it at all.
Well,
Yeah, Cloverfield. This kind of turned into a Cloverfield episode a little bit.
a little bit, yeah. That's all right.
It's fine.
Cloverfield Paradox, I saw once and I really enjoyed it, but I haven't watched it since.
Me too.
I need to probably revisit it and check it out again. I do remember a lot of people not liking it.
Well, they announced it and then it came out like the next day.
Yep. They're like, "Oh, this movie's coming," and here it is.
Yeah, like they announced it at some award show or something.
Yeah, it was very weird, very weird. But hey, I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good. It says the film is based on God Particle, a spec script from Oren Uziel. A surprise trailer aired during the Super Bowl. That's what it was on February 4th,
Okay.
advertising the film's final title and its release on Netflix. The
Yeah.
release occurred immediately after the game.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So,
Very very nice.
yeah, I don't know any of the people on here though.
Yeah.
That one takes place in the future. 2028. The Earth is suffering from a global energy crisis. Particle accelerators, basically, they kind of bleh into each other. You know, their past. Is it their past and presents?
It's something like that that like kind of merge into one. Um,
Yeah.
but it's not just them. It's like the ship also. That's how you get like people who ended up inside the ship, like in it, like in the pipes and stuff like that. The pipes running through them, like
Yeah.
their stuff like merge or particles merge together and whatnot. Um, you know,
Merging. It's just like Fallout. Not Fallout. What's that game where you can play as Goku?
Fortnite.
Fortnite,
Yeah, yeah.
where the arena comes in.
Um, um,
That's not Fortnite.
that's
Doesn't that happen in Fortnite? That happens in Fortnite too, doesn't it?
that's Fall Guys.
No, that's Fortnite.
Yeah, yeah, because they have the zone that gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You play
any
as
arena
Goku.
shooter. Yeah, you can play as Goku.
Goku pulling the gritty.
You can.
Anyways, HBO The Last of Us has got an official teaser.
Did you
Not a
see it?
whole not a whole trailer. I have not played The Last of Us. I have not done anything with The Last of Us.
Okay. So are you feeling like this is not for you or
So I'm feeling like I don't know anything about it except that it has the Mandalorian in it without his helmet.
right? So to me, I think this is perfect for you because it's supposed to be the story of the game. It's supposed to be made for people who haven't played the game. But it's supposed to have enough of the game stuff in it to be people who have played the games to be happy. Of course they're not because they're all pieces of shit. Uh, and they don't they don't like to be happy about what they're getting. But yeah, no, I think it'll be up your alley. I think you'll like it. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Definitely gonna have to check it out.
Oh yeah.
It's Oscar, no, not Oscar Isaac. Pedro
Yep.
Pascal.
Yep. Who was in Game of Thrones next?
It was in Game of Thrones. He's the Mandalorian. Is that Spider Man in there?
No, he's not in
Tobey Maguire look like him.
it.
Anyways, not Tobey Maguire. The newest one. What's his name?
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland.
Yes.
That was not Tom Holland.
No, no, he's not in it. No.
So are these two the last of us? Like, are them two, are they considered to be the last
No,
of
because
us?
there are people still there. So
Ah,
the
okay.
last of us is being plural, so there's more than just two people. Um, but of course, you'll need to watch it to learn what the story entails and everything. So it's got Pedro Pascal, who was in The Mandalorian and Game of Thrones. The girl who's playing Ellie was in, I believe she was also in Game of Thrones. She was the little girl that had the the scaly face that the
Mm,
Onion Knight really liked. It's got Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. If you ever seen that show,
and this
Nick Offerman. Yep, he's in it. He plays one of the long haired bearded guys you see in the trailer for like a split second. Yeah, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good, and a lot of the blowback on it is all of people being all like, well, they don't look like the characters. Like Pedro Pascal, he's not Joel enough, and the girl that playing Ellie doesn't look too much like Ellie. And it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut up.
go outside and touch some grass.
Yeah, just shut up. I do understand that there are people out there who do look a lot more like those characters. I get it, but there's a reason why they go with these other people's. Like it's
Right.
star power behind it. And you've got to think that they probably weren't even the first choice. They were probably second or third choice that also went in for the parts. The agents had to have called people, be like, hey, I think you might like this part. You got to try it out. There's a whole process. So they had to have done something better than somebody else that probably looked like the guy more or girl more. They just did it better.
Mm,
That's just how that stuff goes.
what about it
Um,
though? I'll check it out for sure.
oh yeah, definitely do, definitely do, because I'm really looking forward to it. Because since What We Do in the Shadows is gone, I'm if you can't tell, I'm eating up any and all kind of media to fill that void. That
Los Spookies, bro.
I know Los Spookies is on my list. I just haven't.
It is.
I just haven't
funny.
watched it. I just haven't watched it. I know I've seen the trailer for like the season 2 stuff. So,
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Man, I was gonna say something regarding to that. Not Los Spookies, but The Last of Us.
2023 also when that comes out.
The Last of Us. Okay.
Yeah, we still got a whole year left to run till it comes out. They didn't even give a date. They just said 2023. So
Star Wars.
Yes.
A couple Star Wars things.
Let's talk
James
the
Earl
wars.
Jones is retiring as the voice of Darth Vader.
Oh, really?
He's retiring. Yep. Dude, he's old.
Yeah, but it's just his voice.
Yeah, but it's old.
Yeah, I know.
He's 91 years old.
Wow. 91.
Like currently 91 years old.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that? What are they going to do?
Hopefully they just leave Darth Vader out of anything. Leave him alone.
Leave Darth Vader alone.
I loved him in Kenobi. He did a really good job in Kenobi.
So that was the thing. I was wondering, and I was like, what are they going to do when Vader shows up on Kenobi and actually still using James Earl Jones?
Yeah.
Was awesome. So let me see this here.
So I guess he said that he signed over his rights to his archive work.
Yeah, so AI can use it.
Yeah, to recreate his voice.
Nice.
Maybe, hopefully, it can just kind of limit any speaking roles that shows up with him. You know, like keep him a man of few words. That way, it doesn't sound as
right. So it goes with the same thing of like what the problem with the Mandalorian was. So in season 2 Mandalorian, we saw a lot more of Luke Skywalker. And you know how they de-aged him.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't quite, I mean, it looked cool, but it didn't quite work because when you have that facial modding going on, there are certain things that is hard to animate with your mouth that you do when you're speaking normally. So to get that to register and to show up on that stuff, it's very hard. So there was a lot of syllables sometimes on things where your mouth needs to be making a certain shape for that to happen that it does not do. So it came off very weird. It was cool, but weird. And the reason why I bring that up is like you were just saying, if they keep him as a man of few words, you're not getting overwhelmed with it. Luke spoke a shit ton in Mandalorian season 2.
A little bit too much.
Yeah, so you noticed
a little bit too much.
You noticed it hardcore. But I mean, at least at least we'll still be able to keep his voice alive. But then again, I mean, there's been other shows I think that have used Darth Vader and his voice without James Earl Jones. So I mean, it's not that hard to replicate, but you do know it's not him.
Right. It's like you get Wish or you get the real thing.
Or you get the real thing. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Wish.com Vader, or
I have one thing to talk about.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
One of my favorite franchises is the Final Destination flicks.
Oh.
They were always cool and always interesting to see how they were going to kill off the people. Like, because they just came up with weirder and weirder stuff and they pushed that envelope so much. So there's a new one coming out. And in this new one, they, the directors, Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein, are now the directors of this movie. Yeah, that was a lot of words there. And the way they got it was they jumped on a Zoom call with Pitch for New Line executives, and they staged near the end of the call the fireplace behind them engulfed in flames, and began burning. And then they quickly extinguished the blaze. But then an overhead ceiling fan came down and decapitated one of the directors.
Oh my god, yes.
So
good.
when the producers realized that they pulled that stunt, they were like, you're in, because it came out that they used pre-recorded footage and they used visual effects to create that whole entire thing inside that Zoom call before they had everything going on. So as soon as they did it, they were just like, y'all are directors. That's what's going on. And you know what? That's what that freaking franchise needs, because you gotta have that kind of stuff, man. For that whole entire thing. This Zoom call. I want them to pull it out, but you know, they probably talked about some stuff that they should, they can't release, but just release the last part though, just the last part of it.
That's all.
So not really much of what was going to happen in the movie. Like, we don't really know too much of what's going to entail, what the story is going to be. Because I think at the end of the fifth one, I think it tied all the way back to the first movie, I believe. I have to go back and rewatch them. But, the first movie all started with him getting the premonition that the plane was going to crash and blow up midair. So he freaked out and he got some people kicked off the plane. Well, from there, you moved on to the sequels, and then you find out that the sequels were actually all prequels leading to the first movie. So it was all like, all mixed up and in the air. So I can't wait for that. Why is there a plot?
Why is there a plot? Just want death.
Yeah, the plot was what happens whenever you don't die when you're supposed to. What happens? And death comes for you. Outside of that, though, how much do you like the MCU?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, I'd say probably a solid 6.9, maybe an 8.
6.9. How much time would you devote to the MCU?
Like in a sitting, maybe like a movie.
Maybe a movie? What if I told you that there is a link out there floating around that will give you the MCU in chronological order, not from the movie standpoints, not going, Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 2 to doing this. What if I told you that there's a link out there that actually had it, starting with the scene with the Dark Elves from Thor Dark World, because that took place first. And the scenes are actually in chronological order, laying out the entire MCU timeline, including Disney Plus shows, including special features, including deleted scenes, including extra scenes, including extended cuts throughout the entire thing to weave it into one giant, massive 20-hour long feature.
Well,
would you be curious?
Get me a pair of Depends and a 6-pack of water.
Apparently, during quarantine, a guy got together and he did this, and he did everything out in chronological order. Now, it's not saying like you're seeing all of the episodes of, Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's not saying that you're seeing every single episode. It's saying that as everything in chronological order, things will take place in the timeline that they're supposed to as one big giant movie up to Infinity Wars or Endgame or whatever the last one was. That entire phase 1 or whatever, just done. Phase 1, phase 2, whatever it was, closed out.
Oh,
pretty cool, right?
Well, I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't watch it.
I'm curious. That's my issue, is that I'm super duper curious about it.
Maybe I could watch it like a couple hours here and there.
Yeah. Give it to me in chunks.
But, well, I mean, I guess that's kind of a given, because who the hell's going to sit there for 20 hours, realistically?
I mean, I got nothing planned for this weekend. It is a 100 gigabyte file.
Woo!
when you're looking at it, let me see. Let me tell you the README text here. I'll tell you exactly what it says. This cut contains everything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline from Iron Man to Endgame. For instance, the whole thing opens with the Dark Elves from Thor Dark World because that happened thousands of years ago. Then it progresses through the timeline by year in universe. There's a lot of cutting from around phase 1 between Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and phase 3 with Civil War, some Spidey stuff, just for example. Every one shot is included, deleted alternate extended scenes from almost every movie. Scenes that were only in the phase 1 and 2 box sets of Infinity Saga. Extra Marvel content like Team Thor, which is awesome, and other random bonuses. So I mean, yeah, it's got it all in there. Yeah. So I mean, I'm thinking about it. I just want to know what something like that works at. They're all about 5 to 6 hours long. With the highest one being 7.5 hours long. So yeah.
Well, next time on movie night,
we'll start going through these.
We're gonna start the journey.
Start the journey, man. Start the journey, bro. Well, we're getting almost time to round down here.
We're getting there.
We're getting close to an hour now. We're about 52 minutes here. So we can play our game.
Let's play our game. Let's do it.
Let's play our game. Let me unhook.
All right, speed round.
I don't speed anything.
Okay, I see.
I was built for comfort, baby, not for speed.
Comfort.
So let me go over here and
look. I didn't think about what movies. Oh man,
that's the beauty. You never get to think.
I'm thinking now. I'm typing mine.
All right.
Going with that one. I don't know. I really do like this game though. It's a fun game.
I love it.
We need a mix. Yeah. Also, you guys need to check out our other stuff. We got Does It Slap coming out? What days are those coming out on? The Does It Slap videos.
So our last episode of Does It Slap came out today. Or it came out on Monday. And that was the last one before we need to record more. Because for people who don't know, we record all of our stuff in giant chunks. So that way we can space them out through the days and things like that, and everybody's taken care of. So.
We got our Does It Slap series.
We got our Does It Slap
videos. Oh man, tomorrow's
Metal
Tuesday,
Hellsinger. Yeah, Metal Hellsinger.
I need to get that ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks for dating
Fun
this
game.
episode.
Fun game,
even though we're recording, this comes out on Wednesday, so thanks for dating it. We have Inside. Yeah, this is our first one that we've pre-recorded because you're leaving.
I will be gone.
Inside is one, and then Derek and I are going to start Song of Horror on the PS5, and that's going to be another one. So
nice.
All right, let me get here. Let me get to Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes. I usually go first, so I want you to go first this time around.
Me to go first. All right.
How about that? How about put that in your pipe and smoke it, you son
of a gun. All right, my first one's gonna be.
Also,
wait, no, I want all three. I want all three movies.
Are you still thinking? Well, when you're thinking, let me tell you, I have seen that Andor has been sucking. I have seen no positive reviews for Andor.
Really? I've seen a ton.
I have not. So if you whenever you watch it,
oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that the new Witcher Blood Origin is coming out in December, and it's got Michelle Yeoh in it. Like I said, dude, she's getting a resurgence like a son of a gun, which is awesome.
Hell yeah. The worst thing about Star Wars is its fans.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I
Really
can
is.
pay that. So you ain't got them, huh? You ain't got your three
I
movies.
got one. Let me think of that too.
So you want me to go first to give you time to think? Is that why I
I
usually
got
go first?
no. I was doing something else. So I got those two, and then my last one will be
Well, I forgot Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out.
um man. No, we already looked that one up.
Yep.
So I want to go with that one. All right. First one's gonna be The Dark Knight. Good
The
old
first one,
Batman.
2008. The Dork Knight.
The Dark Knight.
All right. 94.
Woo!
94.
As expected.
And that is not the first one. Sorry, the first one was Batman Begins. I'm sorry.
Right. I know which one you're talking about though.
Yeah.
All right. Second one. The
All right.
Notebook.
The The Notebook. All right.
The Notebook. Hey man.
I'm not going to make fun of you because of that, because of a book that a movie that I have in front of me. This is one with Ryan Gosling. I've never seen it. 53%.
Oh no, that was lower than I thought it was.
You're sitting at 147. I know a young
All right.
man who ended on 147 last week. That was me.
Okay. Last one's gonna be Mortal Kombat 1994.
Oh, that's like a 17.
Hoping for like a 60.
94. I need
Oh wait, hold on, huh? What's the total so far?
147.
147. Okay.
I got to go to view all here. All right, 95. All right, you ready?
Oh,
That is 45%. You are 192 when all is said and done. 192. That's close.
pretty
That's
confident with
close,
that.
brother.
Pretty confident with that one.
That's close, man. I didn't know it was 45%. Wow. Okay. All right. All
Ooh,
right.
okay.
So for me, all right,
What do you got?
I'm going with Let the Right One In. Now, this is an amazing vampire movie if you've never seen it.
Let
Let the Right One In.
2022?
2022, no. It is from 2008. It is from overseas. It is about a 12-year-old boy who's like mistreated and outcast, and he finds his next door neighbor, and they start becoming friends and things like
Hold on,
that.
2008?
2008.
Can you hold it up again? Who's it starring?
Who's it starring? I'll tell you right now.
Is it Swedish?
Yes, it's Swedish. There was another one. Hang on. I know where your confusion is coming in. Give me 1 second. All right.
This one is 2008. Let the
Give me
right one in.
give me 1 second. I know where your confusion probably. There's another movie called Let the Right One In 2022. That is
No,
not
I'm
the
not
one we're talking
confusing it.
about.
I'm not
Okay.
confusing it with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because there's also the American version called
Let the left one in.
Let Me In, I think. Or no, it's called
All right, Tim. Were you expecting a 98%?
I'm about to check it right now.
Well, that's
No,
what I'm telling you.
I was not expecting a 98%. It is an amazing movie though. If you've never seen it, I very much so tell you to watch it. So 98%. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So this next one's probably gonna break my bank. Uh my next one is, if you can't read it, Breakfast at
Oh,
Tiffany's.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Um Breakfast at Tiffany's 1961, Audrey Hepburn. 89%.
So
So that's given me
89 plus
that's given me a
98, yeah.
187.
187. You better pick a really shitty movie.
I think I screwed myself with the next movie. Okay. It's a Disney film.
Oh, it's automatically.
But
like,
it probably
over 50.
wasn't one of the ones that did as well, but I think it did. And that'd be Treasure Planet.
Oh, dude.
So Treasure Planet.
Oh man.
2002.
I'm sorry, Tim.
69%. 256.
Well, I think the score is 2-1.
Let's see. Yes. I won the first one. You won the second
Barely.
one.
You won the last one by a point.
I won the first one. Yeah.
But a
Because you
win
were
is a
over.
win.
A win's a win. A W's a
A
W,
win is a
son.
win.
I just picked poorly. I did not think that Let the Right One In was that high. Damn. Screwed myself. I totally screwed myself on that one. And like that, like so many other things in life, a huge disappointment. So we will end it there. Thank you, everybody who watches this video. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, give us a reason why. Don't just call us ignorant and dumb.
All due respect.
And with all due respect, and then tell us bad things about ourselves. Let's open up a dialogue instead, huh? How about that? Because in this life, Leon, we only got each other. And once you start alienating other people, that togetherness goes down a bit. And that's not good. So keep it good. Or like we like to say, keep it holy. And
like a good friend of mine said, keep on keeping on.
Yes. And also, as another man said, stay American. Get your dick sucked.
Stop. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all. Yeah, check us out.
Jesus.
Spotify for the audio, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, everywhere you got it. Rate it. Please. That helps us out a long way. YouTube. Check it all out. Like and subscribe it. We're almost close to 50. We're almost there. And I can taste it. So that'll really help us out. So thank you guys very much. And we'll see you next time.
Hell yeah.